Okay, now we've set up the charts with our chart templates. Let's move on to the market analyzer. Again, this is very easy indeed. Let's go File, New. This time we'll set up a market analyzer. Again, we've set up some templates for you. So if I right mouse click, come down to templates, and I do load, you can see we have again two templates. We have what we call our day session, which is for our US E-minis. This runs from 9:30 to 4:15 in the afternoon New York time, or for 24-hour session. So I do suggest you have two market analyzers running, one for your US E-minis and one for the rest of the markets, because then it avoids confusion with different session times. So it's important that you keep this sorted out, so you don't have your market analyzer running on one time session and then your charts on another, because obviously you'll get different trade setups in each, and that's confusion. So that's why we've done this. We've kept the session times separate. So let's do a day session one here. You can see it puts on a couple of columns for 3, 5 and 15 minutes. If I right mouse click, select columns, these are the MTP columns here. If you want to, you can add new columns by selecting analysis, then adding that in as well if you want to do additional columns. But our basic template sets up 3, 5 and 15. If I right mouse click and do properties, you can see we set the bars to load back, but most importantly this session template, you can see here it's set for the US E-minis regular trading hours. So let's put the US E-minis in. So add instrument, ES, add instrument, NQ, add instruments, TF, add instruments, and then we want the YM. There we go, the YM. So they're the 4 US E-minis in there. Okay, that's your market analyzer set up for your day session only. So let's now also, in fact if I bring another one in here, here's one I set up earlier. If I right mouse click and I look at template, load, this time you can see I've had it set for the 24-hour session. So if I do for the 24-hour session, it's coming in. You can see we've got a couple of setups here already. But the difference is if I do properties, you can see here the session template is set for 24/7, in other words 24 hours. So it's important that you have two market analyzers running. Okay, that is really important, because it just totally avoids confusion, because sometimes there's so many different places where you can set the session times in NinjaTrader, it can be confusing. So if we set them at the top level here, it will keep things separate and keep them basically easy to understand. So again, if you have one market analyzer set up on a 24-hour session template, that will be the markets you scan for 24-hour charts. You have another one set up for your day session only. Remember, this is template, load, day session. So that's for your day session. So the point being is when you get a setup on your day session market analyzer, remember that when you look at it on a chart, this chart also has to be a day session as well. So again, template, load, day session. Okay, so that's the important thing, is that any setups that you have on your market analyzer that's on a day session only session template, you should also be looking at the charts on a day session only chart. So if you do have different setups in your market analyzer compared to on your chart, that's the first place to look. In other words, you've probably got a different session time in the analyzer and on the charts. That's the first place to look, and that's why we've done these templates, to make sure that you have two market analyzers running, one for 24 hours, one for day session only for the US E-minis, and then make sure that whenever you get a setup on those, you look at them on a chart. In fact, I'd have two charts at the minimum. I'd have one chart open for your E-minis, which you have for your day session only. Then I'd have another chart open. Let's say if I change that to a different market, you have another one open that then you have template, load, have this one for your 24-hour session. And in that way you make sure that you keep your session templates consistent across your market analyzers and your charts. So hopefully as long as you do that, everything will be straightforward and easy. But again, as a last tip, if you have any setups in your market analyzer that's not on your chart or vice versa, the first place to look is for different session templates.